statutory law and common law is applied in the justice courts? Yes or no?
Yes.
We also finished, right? And then we already finished the reform, effectiveness of reform. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no? We just finished, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So now I am going to do P3 now. Okay? So you have to understand what is the assessment criteria. The criteria here is you need to use specific examples. You must provide examples to illustrate how company, can you see company law, employment law, contract law. All right, has a potential impact upon business. So we are going to do company law right now. Okay, we are going to do company law right now. Okay. So now let's go to the company law. Let's study the unincorporated businesses. Now, as I'm going to give you theory, so I think I want all of you to pay attention. Because after my theory, I'm going to question you. If you cannot answer my question, you die. You're going to receive punishment. So I'm going to give you a lecture right now. You better pay attention to everything I say. Okay? Because if you're not able to answer my questions, I will not be happy with you. All right? Nemo and Finn, start your camera. Okay, let's go. Now, there are two types of business organizations. Two classifications. One, unincorporated business or businesses. Then the other type is called incorporated businesses. So you must remember two different classifications. One, unincorporated businesses include who? Include sole traders and and partnerships. Unincorporated businesses include sole traders, or we call them sole proprietors, or we call them sole prop in short, all right? And partnerships. And incorporated businesses include private limited companies and public limited company. Okay, so please know, because later on I shall ask you about unincorporated businesses and incorporated businesses. Okay, surely I'm going to ask you this question. Now, let's study the unincorporated businesses first, which means that include sole traders and the partnerships businesses. And if you look at here, it says that incorporated businesses are corporations, while unincorporated businesses are sole props and partnerships. And the first element that we are going to study, all right, is we're going to study four elements. We are going to study four elements, all right? Okay, we are going to study four elements. One, the first one is business liability. There are four elements that you are going to study under Companies Act today. One, business liability. Two, formation of businesses. Three, management. Four, sources of finance, or we call it funding. So now let us study business liability. Now here it says that, for business liability, owners of unincorporated businesses are generally personally liable for the business liability. Okay, while incorporated businesses, they are not liable for business debts. So business liability is a very important element, all right, for companies. When we say unincorporated, remember this, unincorporated businesses, they have unlimited liability. Incorporated businesses, they have limited liability. And what do I mean by unlimited liability or limited liability? For businesses that have unlimited liability means that they are personally liable for the debts. Which means that if the company right now is running out of funds to pay the creditors, they personally have to pay. They even have to sell the house, sell the car, sell the furniture, sell everything to pay the debts. They are personally responsible for the debts for unlimited businesses. Whereas for limited businesses, all right, which means that the investors would invest into the company and they just lose whatever investment that they have to put that they put in. So in other words, which means that their personal assets, all right, is protected. So that is a big advantage. I think there's an advantage for a company, all right, that has limited business liability status. So it's very important. All businesses usually, there are advantages and disadvantages, but later on we'll study that, But you must know, okay, the differences between unlimited liability and limited liability. Unlimited liability means that, their liability is unlimited. Meaning that they personally have to be responsible for the debt. Limited liability means that, all right, it's the company's debt, not their personal debt. I think it's clear. Unlimited company's debt is the personal debt. It's the owner's personal debt. Limited means that company's debt, not personal debt. Since it's not a personal debt, so it means that they are not personally liable for the debt. And for unincorporated businesses, you have to remember, all right, their legal entity. Now I'm explaining to you the legal structure. And the legal entity here, all right, please pay attention, focus. Okay. Now, why Finn is not around, Finn? Nemo, you better turn on, Those who off the camera, I'm going to check you as absent, And Finn is not here. Okay, I'll take action against him later. Now, what I'm trying to say, class, remember one thing. What is the thing that I want you to remember? Okay? The legal entity. For unincorporated businesses, the legal entity is the same. What do I mean by same legal entity? That means the business is them and they are the business. So therefore, the business liability, all right, is unlimited because they are the business. They are the same as business. The person is tied to the business. They are the business and business is they. So business in debt, they are in debt. They have to be personally liable for the debt. Whereas the incorporated businesses, the legal entity is separate. Company is company. Owners, they're not tied to the company. So therefore, their liability is limited. They just lose whatever money they have invested into the company. The creditors cannot sue the person. They only can sue the company. So we call the company a artificial person for incorporation. Okay, for incorporated businesses, we call them artificial person. So they sue the company, they cannot sue the person. The person here, of course, here I'm talking about is the owners. Okay, now class for F13, you know, one good student, I don't know why. She's a good student, that's why I say, you know, all right. But I just don't understand why she doesn't understand, you know, this limited and unlimited liability and unincorporated and incorporated business organizations. And she wrote the opposite thing. For example, everything all opposite, you know. I cannot pass her. I need to fear her. So I'm telling you, please do not be mixed up between unincorporated and incorporated businesses because they are different. Their legal entity is different. Their business liability, everything is different. So you better be careful about this part here. Now.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
Can you explain again the legal activities? I don't understand the part.
Who is talking?
Ben. I'm from class F14C.
Ben, is it? Okay, Ben. You want to talk? You want me to explain the business liability, is it?
Yes, and can you explain like how different it is? Like
yes.
The differences?
Yes. The main difference, okay, is whereby for unincorporated businesses, they have unlimited liability. And what do I mean by unlimited liability? Which means that their liability is unlimited. And what do I mean by liability is unlimited? Which means that when the company, all right, does not have enough money to pay the creditors, they have a lot of suppliers, right? For example, you need to pay money, right? But the company not enough money or no money to pay. Then the owners have to pay. The sole trader have to pay. The partnership company, they have to pay. They personally have to pay, which means that company no money, they have to use their own money to pay. That means they're either their own personal money. If personally also no money, then how? Also must pay. You sell house, you sell car, you sell your house furniture, you sell your TV, you sell your aircon, also must pay the debts. Understand, Ben? There's unlimited liability. It's very risky because it touches your personal asset. Whereas for limited liability, all right, so we're talking about private limited company or public limited company, all right, because they are incorporated businesses. The investors, the shareholders, only lose whatever they have invested into the company if the company has no money to pay the suppliers, the creditors. But the creditors cannot sue the shareholders. They can only sue the company. If the company got no money to pay, they can't do anything. They can't do anything. Well, company already no money paid. You cannot just sue the directors or you sue the employees or you sue the shareholders. Cannot. That's why they have limited liability. They just lose whatever investment that they have put in. Understand, Ben?
Yes. So the limited life, it is just like if you don't pay the debt, so the owner of a company gonna have to pay it, whatever it takes. Like you have to sell.
You're talking about limited or unlimited?
Limited.
Limited, no. Limited is, you see, limited now, which means that the debts are limited.
Yes.
So which means that the owners no need to pay the debt.
Oh,
the
so
owners,
unlimited,
the shareholders.
Unlimited is you have to pay the debt, and limited is not.
Yes, unlimited. That means no limit. You know.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Limited,
ma'am.
that means there's a limit to your debt, you know, there's a limit to your debt, and your responsibility is your investment. You invest 10,000, you lose that 10,000. You invested 50,000, you lose that 50,000. That's all. Okay. Now
Okay, thank
we
you.
all move on to the next part here. There's the business liability. Now, next will be the unlimited life. You can see unincorporated businesses can last as long as the owners live. So we are talking about sole trader. Sole trader, which means only one owner. Partnership, of course, we're talking about two and more. If they are, example, we're talking about especially general partners, right? Or the sole trader. So if owner die, company die, cannot continue anymore. Only makes sense, right? So proprietor, you're the only, if you're the only, for example, who Peter is the only owner. If Peter die, the company should close down. What? The government will close the company. That's all. Because the only owner. Right? So that's why it's tied to the life. The companies, businesses, all right, they're tied to the owner's life. Whereas for the incorporated businesses, they are independent and not tied to any person's life. So I have already explained to you limited versus unlimited liability. All right, you can see the debts of the business are automatically those of the owners for unlimited liability. Okay, the debts that belongs to them. Whereas for limited liability, okay, now we will study this more deeply in the partnership. Okay, the various types of partnership formation. All right, this one you can ignore. Okay, so proprietor. Now we're going to study setup. Can you see how to set up? Setup here means business formation, which is the second element. We already studied business liability. Now we are going to study business formation. Now, class, you look at your assignment brief again. How company law has a potential impact upon business. Can you see? Has a potential impact upon business. So, what you should be doing is that while I'm giving you lecture, every piece of slides, you should be asking yourself this question. How the company is affected by this regulation? Because you are supposed to answer the assignment question. How this regulation, because I'm telling you the regulation, right? About for example, sole trader. I'm telling you about the regulation for even unincorporated, incorporated businesses in terms of business liability. Right? So how your company is affected by that? You have to think. Don't just listen to theory, not enough. Because you have to answer the assignment question on your own. Huh? So now I am going to tell you about business formation, and then you have to think, all right, how does it affect your startup company? You have to think. Now here, according to theory here, the Company Act, okay, state that, for sole trader, this is the regulation. How to set up? They have to, actually it's very easy. All they have to do is to tell the HMRC, all right, and then after they register with HMRC, they pay tax, and then they file tax return every year. That is the requirement. Okay, the next requirement here, okay, they also require them to keep records for sole trader. And the business name here, you can see the regulation of the Company Act say for unincorporated businesses, they cannot, must not allowed to do what? to put in this word LTD, limited liability, or this PLC into the company's name. Not allowed. If they put, they violate the Companies Act. Because the Company Act say cannot. Then if you put, you're in trouble. And they cannot use the existing trademark. For example, Adidas. They cannot use the name Adidas because it's already a registered trademark. So they're not allowed to use. And their name cannot contain sensitive words. So you look at the company's name here. So let me look at your company that you have selected to see your company name is okay or not okay. To see it's legal or illegal. Give me a minute. Well, I just have a quick check. Class C. Okay, look at Class C first. Why did not open? Why cannot open? Class C. Oh, sorry, it should be version 2.
Yes.
It should be version 2, right? So I'm actually opening your version 2, but I don't know why cannot open. So your file cannot open. Okay, let's check the F one. See if F can open or not. It's opening now. Oh, this is the old version.
The new version I will send you in the email.
Now?
Maybe I will resend you.
No. You already have given me. Okay, wait a minute. Something wrong with the computer. You see, it's not processing. It's taking too long to process. Okay, I'll try again. It's locked for editing.
I send you in the chat box. Wait me 1 second.
Wait a minute. This is the one. Okay, this is the one that you have given me. Is this the latest? I think this is the latest. Like, for example, now I'm checking. For example, I told you very important, the company's name. Okay, because now we are studying company law. All right, so you look at the company here. For example, like this one, Key Insurance. Okay, I'm not going to approve this company. Because this company, because this is supposed to be a private limited company. Right? Can you see?
Can you share the screen?
I thought I'm sharing with you. Okay, can you see? This key, I think belongs to Ron. Key Insurance, I will not approve. Why? You just study company law. It's a private limited company. And for all private limited company here, there is a law saying that the full name, all right, must have the word limited. So I'm not going to accept this. I'm not going to accept this. No full name, all I'm going to accept. And all these companies, I'm not going to accept. What does it mean? It means I'm not going to mark your paper. Because to me, I look at the company's name and it's not in full. That means it's an illegal company. Why you give me an illegal company? You just studied company law, right? Saying that limited company, a private limited company, you must have the right name. I'm not going to approve all this company. I'm not going to mark your paper. You better take instruction before you cry later. You're very happy right now. Very convenient, you don't follow. Good. Continue with your bad attitude. After that, you come and beg me. I'm going to slam my door on you. You see, all these are students, huh? Okay, I'm rejecting all this company. The name is not proper. Okay, so I already put here, the name is not proper. I will save it. And this, if you are not going to give me the correct one, I'm not going to mark your paper. I already told you so many times. Wait, let me say why I cannot save. Huh? Wait a minute. Maybe I did not enable it. For read only. Save as. Okay, I already put an indication here. Okay, this student here, I will not mark your paper until you give me the right information. Okay, you study company law now. You should know what's wrong now. Last time you don't know, I don't blame you, but now you should know. Business name, can you see? And you look at the business name of the, I show you the incorporated businesses. Look at incorporated business organizations. You look at the requirement. You see, the company must choose a name. Okay, you see how the, where is the choosing the name? Can you see? Your name must have the word limited. So I will take it as an illegal company, reject, that's all. Okay, all right, now let's see class C. Class F. Okay, class C I already saved, and this student, I don't know who are these students. You better respond. Okay, Ron, Ben, Vicky, Nemo, Hamson Lee, Clara, Pooh, Viz, Annie. So now I already told you your name, your company, what is the problem. Now you are creating trouble, not for me, you're creating trouble for yourself. You are not safe, but I'm very safe. Okay, don't think that you're creating trouble for me. You're creating trouble for yourself. I'm just don't mark, that's all. Or I put you under the not allowed to submit assignment list. Straight remodule. Because for not following lecturers' guidance and instruction. Poor learning attitude. I put you inside the NAF list. Straight remodule. Up to you. Okay? Because this is the third time or fourth time I told you already. Why? Tell you 3 times, 1 time not enough, 2 times. 2 times not enough, 3 times. Still not enough? Remodule. I'm not going to beg you. I'm not a beggar. You listen or you don't listen. That's all. You like it or you don't like it, you follow. Now, class F now. Let's see who is the troublemaker in class F. And class F, this is the last copy that I received. Okay, Linda.
Yes, I'm here.
This is the last copy that I received, and the company's name. So many companies' name, practically all I cannot accept. After that, no updates. Why? No need to approve.
Wait for me.
Why you give me now?
Can you check in chat box?
My question is that why only give me now? Do you know that it's very risky for you? Because my deadline already over. So when I don't mark your paper, I just say that you did not submit on time. It's not up to you when you want to give me, when you like to give me, how you want to give me, what you want to give me. I am your marker. I cannot open the file. Is this the one? This is the same one, what? I opened already. This is the same one. The chatbot is the same one. Transferring data. Linda, is this the one? Is this a new one or the old one? And Linda, you're not talking. What's the meaning of this? Can you talk or not?
Hi, Georgie.
Yati?
Yeah, I just sent you a new version in chat box. Check it, please.
The new version. Okay, I clicked already. And nothing happening. I click already. Okay. Processing right now. That's the same thing, what? What I see is the same one. T, this is the one that you just sent, right?
Yeah, in the chat box, it's different.
But this is the one. I click and this is the one. Oh, why don't you email to me faster? I click, cannot. Wait, my copy, the first name is this. And just now, when I click, yeah. So this is the one. I can confirm that this is the new one. Okay, let me download. Let me download. That's why everything you have to give me beforehand. You see, so slow. The computer is processing so slowly. Because I have many files heavy. Okay, so this is your latest version. Your class F. This is the second version. Let me just save and close the first version. Okay, this is the first version. Or let me close the first version so that I only have one version to see. Okay, so this is the one that you have just put in the chat box. Okay, so this is the company. And what is the type of business organization? Don't know what type. Don't know what's the type of company. How come don't have the type? Don't know it's a sole proprietor. How I check? How I check this company is legal or not legal? You're supposed to give me right whether it's a private limited company, sole trader, a partnership or why don't have the information how to check? Oh, here. Okay, this is a private limited company. So this is a reject. Private limited company must have the word limited. Why don't have limited? You just study company law. So from the look, you know that this company is not right. Limited company, banking and this is not right. Limited company, meat free, not right. This is wrong. The company is called limited. I don't know what to say about you, Company name also cannot give a proper thing, class. You're making me really fed up with you, Huh? What's wrong with you? Class F. You like to fear, is it? You want to really push me to put you into the not allowed to submit assignment? Okay, since you want to be bad, right? Good. Almost all the students in class F. Not cooperative, right? Good. Whole class to write. You write 1,000 times. I must be cooperative.
Teacher, the punishment for FOTC, just see the list of FOTC. Are you,
Class F, sorry.
oh my God.
Okay, class F here, whole class to write 1,000 times. I must be cooperative, all right? Actually, what is your problem? Your problem is that you are not cooperative. I must be cooperative with my lecturer. Write 1,000 times. And I warn you one more time, class F. If you're still not cooperative, you still don't want to give me I tell you, you don't back me later. Many of your students going to fear in the class, you don't back me later. Straight remodule, you don't back me. Tell you nicely 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, don't listen. Very proud, very happy now. Later you cry, you don't do cry in front of me. I ask you to get lost. Linda, you are the monitor. Linda,
Yes.
is this how you help me to manage the class? Everybody, you resubmit one more time. If one more time I see that the name is not proper, I am going to take very heavy punishment for you, I tell you. I'm not going to mark your paper. I want you to go to office to get approval. And give me the approval letter from office to mark your paper. Don't think it is all right. And even after office give me the letter, I will consider want to mark or don't want to mark. You know what's going on, with your brain,
We are terribly sorry about that. It's our fault.
Who is talking right now?
I'm T.
Now we are studying, company law, so you should know that this is not allowed. And I'm checking. And you don't allow me to do the job to check properly because you didn't give me proper information. How many times already? So fed up, Anyway, since you apologize for your class, I will accept it. Right? But that doesn't mean, that you don't have to carry out your punishment. You still need to be punished. And I give you a date to resubmit properly. When I'm going to see you? I'm going to see you on Wednesday. What is the Wednesday date? Wednesday is supposed to be 16. So this is supposed to be 15. I want everything to be in by 13. Oh, today is already 12. No. I think wrong date. Wednesday is 16. 16, that means you give it to me by 14. Resubmit, all right, company, for approval. And this is the final approval. I'm not going to entertain you anymore. You want to give. Don't give. Don't give, you seek approval from office for me to mark your paper. You go and back office. Explain to office why I don't want to mark your paper. And the same thing for the class C, you have some students did not cooperative. You better make sure that you submit the full correct one for me. Give you a date for resubmission. And which day I see you? I see you on Thursday. So you resubmit everything to me on the 15th. 15th is the deadline. After that, no more. I'm not going to check your company's name anymore. Everybody submit to Alice here. You deserve scolding, I tell you, all of you. Okay. All right. Now, Linda, I tell you, your class is very terrible. You better make sure that it's done.
I got it.
Yeah, before you cry later, I tell you. And one more thing I don't like, Linda, where are you?
I'm here.
You raise your hand. Let me tell you one thing I don't like about you. You better improve this thing. When I talk to you, you always keep quiet. When I talk to you, I want you to reply immediately. And let me tell you, each time I talk to you, you don't reply immediately, I'm going to punish you to write 1,000 times. Understand or don't understand?
I understand.
I talk to you, you better reply.
I'm so sorry.
Let's continue.
Teacher. In my class, will resubmit company or F14F?
Yes, because some of your, the reason why I didn't punish your class is because you only have some. But class F, almost all. So, which is very unacceptable.
Yes, I know.
And for those students, all right. So you ask those students for your class, ask them to resubmit everything. Whoever want to change company name right now or change company because it's difficult for them to apply or whatever, do it right now. Assignment is, the submission deadline is coming up soon. All right, submit to you once and for all on the 15th. And then I get it approved the last time and no more approval. Okay, let's continue. So you look at the unincorporated businesses here. Okay, it says that the sole trader or partnership, all right, you must not include the word LTD, limited, all right, or public limited, the word, all right, in the company's name. It only makes sense. Why it makes sense? Because we know that unincorporated businesses have unlimited liability. All right, they have unlimited liability, so they cannot have the word limited in the company's name. But for incorporated businesses, because their business liability is limited, so they must show in the company's name that is a limited company. If not, if they did not put it in, just like what some of the students here did not put it in, what does it mean? It means that you have changed the business liability. You have changed the legal entity of the company. How can? Cannot. I have every right to fear you. So please don't underestimate, just the name. Because this module here involves company law. And Company Act say cannot. So you better follow instruction. I ask you to do something, I have my reason. It will affect my assessment for you, for your assignment. And I have also actually posted in the Google Classroom the Companies Act. Let me see. Let me just open the file for you. The Companies Act here. It's slow, but it's opening. Give a minute. Okay, it's open. Okay, I have actually posted this Companies Act 2006 because to now we are because Companies Act is under company law. So I'm talking about the Companies Act here, and you please go through because altogether have 700 over pages, you need to go through some of the things that we've covered today. Like for example, okay, you see limited and unlimited companies, all the rules and regulations are here. Okay, limited, unlimited companies, private and public companies. Okay, you can see over here, the requirements for registration, how to set up the company. Okay, and we're going to study all these articles of association and so on and so forth. So the Companies Act, you have to look at it during your free time. All right. Now, the advantages of, like a sole trader is that it's very simple and easy to set up, and cost is also cheap, nominal cost. Okay, the taxation is quite simple also, and these are the disadvantages. Of course, the biggest disadvantage is that the liability is unlimited. Okay, Nemo, come back to study. Now, here you can see here, because they are personally liable for the business debts. This is one of the biggest disadvantage. So you go through all the disadvantages on your own. And the next element is management. There are regulations. All right, the Company Act, okay, have regulations how each type of business organizations manage the company. So you have to look at this thing here. Okay, so the next element here is management. Okay, so there are regulations on business liability, there are regulations on formation of business, there are regulations on management. All right. So, what are the regulations? The regulation for sole trader is that, because sole trader, there's only one owner, so they do not have a board of directors, they do not have business partner, there's no need for them to answer the board of directors, no need for them to answer business partner. So since they do not have a business partner, there's no need for them to draft, all right, say for example, partnership agreement. No need, because they don't have partner for sole trader. All right. So the next element is the sources of finance for sole trader. That's the next element. Sources of finance, funding. All right, that you're going to study right now. The regulations, how they allow the sole trader and partnership businesses, known as the unincorporated businesses, how they are allowed to raise funds. They're not allowed to sell shares to investor to raise funds. Can you see? Not allowed. Company Act say cannot sell shares. If they don't sell shares, then how they raise money? They use their own pocket money. The law, the company law allows them, the Companies Act allow them to borrow money from relatives and friends. Okay, they're allowed to borrow money from relatives, friends. They're allowed to use the retained profits. Maybe in the past, they do business, they make money. So now, this company needs money, take it out and invest. They allow. All right. Now, the next one is that they allow them, all right, to take money, to receive grants, all right, from the government. Okay, grants for sole proprietors. These grants are given by the government. Or they are allowed to borrow from banks, bank loans. And the law allows them to take finance from credit card. That means you got a credit card, because you're supposed to give advice to your startup company, right? So if you start a company, for example, okay, it's a sole proprietor, then you tell them, all right, this is these are the methods to raise funds allowed by the Company Act. If they have a credit card, go to the ATM machine, put in the credit card, take out the money, but they have to pay interest. If no credit card, how? They still can sell inventory and assets. Or otherwise, they can sell their invoices, known as the trade credit invoices, trade credit financing. Sell invoice. Work with the finance company, all right, to receive finance using your invoice. Okay, that is a trade credit financing. So this is the regulations for sources of finance for a sole trader. For partnership, 2 or more people, you do a research for UK, more people means how many more maximum? Because different countries, they have different limit, all right, for partners. And same thing here, you can see, partnership legal entity is not separate from its own operators. That means same legal entity. They are the company is them. Same. As long as when you see that the business entity is the same, that means straight away you can draw a conclusion that this company is unlimited, has limited unliability. These are the characteristics of partnership. Types of partnership, there are 3 types. General partnership, limited liability partnership, limited partnership, and you have limited liability partnership. General partnership, all the partners are general. When I say all the partners are general, what does it mean? It means that all the partners have unlimited liability. Noah, please pay attention, Noah. Means that all the partners have unlimited liability. All right. General partners means that all the partners have unlimited liability. A limited partnership means that you have only one general partner and the rest of the partners, all right, they have limited liability. That is called a limited company. You must have one general partner who has unlimited liability. Whereas the limited liability partnership, or in short we call it LLP, what does it mean? It means that you have few general partners and few limited partners. Please know the differences. When I say general partnership, you must know what does it mean. When I say limited partnership, you must know what does it mean. When I say limited liability partnership, you must know what does it mean. Especially the number of general partners are different. General partnership means all partners are general. Not even one partner has limited liability. When we say limited partnership, you have only one general partner. The rest of them are limited partner. Whereas for LLP, all right, means that few general partners and few limited partners. So please know about them. And how to set up a partnership business under business formation. All right, you can see here, it's also very simple. Choose a name, choose your partner, register with HMRC. All right, but the requirements all right, will be different for limited partnership and limited liability partnership. So if you're giving answer, please use the word general partner if you're talking about unlimited partners. And then after that, they have to prepare the partnership agreement, deed of partnership, articles of partnership. And all the partners have to sign. and whatever, for example, the portion of partnership, I think can be inside the agreement, or the roles and responsibility, who will do what, in the company, it will be all inside the partnership agreement. They must have agreement between themselves. Okay? Like, for example, maybe, the share of the partnership, is it 50-50? Not necessary, right? Or 30-70, 40-60, or what, So it depends on agreement. So it must be inside the partnership agreement. And then, okay, these are the advantages and disadvantages of partnership. Sources of finance, the Company Act allow them how to raise funds, use their own savings. I think many students are very confused with stock and shares because they are not allowed to buy or to sell. They're not allowed to sell stock and shares, but they can buy. And they can sell off those stock and shares that they are holding. And not that they sell stock and shares. Do not be confused. If you're confused, you better strike off this thing here if you're confused. So they can raise money, their company need money through savings. If they are retired, they're old, they have retirement funds, use their own retirement funds. Otherwise, they can borrow from family, friends, acquaintances, borrow money. Otherwise, they can actually explore venture capital funding. Otherwise, they have to secure from banks business loans, or they can consider crowdfunding. That means, all right, they advertise in the internet. Maybe for crowdfunding opportunities means that maybe ask them to invest into certain projects. They cannot invest in the company, invest into certain projects that they have. Or maybe they can seek small grants from the government. Okay, so these are the sources that under the Companies Act, they allow them, all right, how they can raise funds in this way. That's all for unincorporated businesses. And now I think you should go for your break. Before we look at incorporated businesses. So both monitors, what time do I see you?
Maybe 11.